title and description, most people think, oh, that's like SEO. Yeah, it's SEO, but your ranking doesn't matter. Your traffic doesn't matter. It's your conversion that matters. So let's make sure you're getting the right traffic. So first and foremost, write your title and description to sell, and then backfit in the very small number of things you have to get right in order to do SEO. So that's the first thing. And the second. And then there's link text, which is link reputation, a term that was actually coined by Michael Campbell during a phone call in early 2002 when we were working on Sales Letter. And so just before the release of OptiLink in May of 2002, we came up with this word this term to differentiate from link, what do they call link counting? Link, I got it, pink link popularity. There we go. And so there's the link text. You have to do that. And that has, honestly, that's the largest factor. However, whether it's the most important one depends upon your competition. And then there's the page rank, which is really about your link topology or the structure of your linking. If you get those things figured out, and like I said, it really only takes, maybe it's 30 minutes to get the essence of those things, you're done. You know everything you need to know in terms of skills about SEO, and then it's about applying it and applying it the right way, and that's where it takes a lot longer than 30 minutes.
And that's the hard part, I suppose, with the linking, because I think that really is where the rubber meets the road, and I think a lot of people get stuck. Because I think, what are your thoughts on as far as like getting the process? Is it important to be consistently building links, and where are some of the different sources as far as getting a variety of links is concerned? Do you look at? Right,
and that's where I kind of segued away from what your question was. But right, it's about the whole on page. So it kind of goes outward from on page, on site, and then off site, right?
Yeah.
And it's the off site thing where most people really run into big difficulty. And Dan in the SEO Brain Trust has done this wonderful thing, Link Liberation, which he ran over the summer too as a standalone program. And he has some particular techniques for doing that. I have my own view of that is not inconsistent by any means. And what I do is a thing I call endless content, which is involves, because people are always stuck with this. It's like, build a 1,000-page website, and they nearly faint, right? They can't figure out how they could ever write more than the 4 pages they already have, right? And so, but trust me, there is a way. And Ed Dale and I talked about this on an interview call some months ago, and we've talked to it about it over the years. And I think, he does the same thing. I think he talks about sausage making and how you can relate sausage making to everything else on the planet, and that's what I call topic bridging. And it's the game of 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Is that only a U.S. thing? Is that?
I've heard. You're gonna have to elaborate though.
Like Kevin Bacon has been in almost every movie all the way back to like Humphrey Bogart, I think. And so the game is name an actor or name a film director or name your next door neighbor, and try to find in 6 degrees of separation what the connection is to Kevin Bacon. And it's a silly trivia game for people that actually watch that kind of stuff. It doesn't work for me because I have no clue. But that's the trick. Is how do you bridge sausage making to something else? That's some of the things that you have to do in order to create lots of content on your site. But it also works to create articles, and this is where we get to your actual question finally, which is, how do you get off-site links? Well, and that's, people, you've heard, right, article marketing is king, right?
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, it's pretty standard stuff, except that the way it's done, again, it's like, well, no, that's not it. The one link you got from E-Zine articles, woohoo. Is that it? Really? Seriously?
You want to rank for that term with that article?
Well, yeah, and you only got one link out of the deal, all right? So how is that going to work? Besides, how is that better than actually just putting the same article on my website? Well, and that's, off-site links are kind of different than on-site links. Phooey. And that's not the real point. What you really want from article marketing is what E-Zine articles advertises, which people pick it up and put it on their own site. It's the syndication aspects that make article marketing worthwhile. And so now it's not about writing an article, right? It's about writing an article that somebody else wants and will pick up and put on their site. And so what I teach is if you write an article and in 10 days it doesn't get picked up half a dozen times, you goofed.
Yeah.
Not a good article, right? And so one of the popular things is to figure out how sausage making relates to celebrities, because everybody wants content about celebrities. or, you name it, national events of one sort and another, like how does sausage making relate to the current referendum in Western Australia, if there is one, or the current political, debates going on in Congress, which there always are. And, so those kinds of things are going to actually go viral. And that's what the real goal of article marketing is. So now you have links from a whole bunch of different unrelated websites. And that is the thing that tends to set off that threshold filter that says, yeah, this is a trusted site.
That seems contrary to what a lot of people talk, because it's all about getting themed backlinks. What are your thoughts on when people talk about, making sure that you're getting backlinks from websites that are relevant to the topic that you're writing on?
Well, I can't tell you what my first thought is because it's a PG call, right? So I'm sorry, but if you take this stuff too seriously, right? Okay. Anyway, so what I really think is, and it was what I actually say, you should spend more time looking at search results because when you do that, you'll see that that's complete hogwash. The reality is that sites rank for the things in the title and the link text. Period. And that link text could appear from anywhere. Now, the theming, the example I've used since literally 2003 about this whole theme, and it's not really theming. I don't want to get into this whole mess about whether or not I'm bashing, somebody that does theming, right? Okay, like Bruce Clay, for example. No, that's not the case. That's not the case at all. What I'm actually talking about is what more precisely stated, but so precise that it's completely unclear, is cross-page topic. All right, so it's like if I have a page A that's about a certain topic, and it links to page B that has a certain topic. Is the topic of page A counted in the ranking of page B, or is it just the link text, the blue underline stuff that's on page A? And I contend that it's the latter. It's only the blue underline stuff that gets moved from page A to page B to help it rank. The proof of that you can actually readily see, but the argument is also persuasive in that, and the one I've used, clearly sunglasses and skiing are related. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do that more than once, and you'll go buy a pair in the gift shop. And so sunglasses and skiing are related. And so a skiing site that links to a sunglasses site, we've got to believe that that's a good link. Now, what about porn and Beethoven? I'm just not getting it, But what database does Google have to make those sorts of determinations? Well, we've heard lots of rubric recently about it's like in related searches and the see also and in their spelling correction and all the other things you can see on the search results page. And again, if you look deeply in those, you'll find out that that's not the case. Those are at best co-occurrence. People have suggested it's maybe about the actual click history and things like that. But again, there's not like this big database that relates topics for one reason and one reason only. It doesn't make sense. In the time that I've been in software engineering, we have been trying to build machines that would actually do natural language processing, would extract meaning from natural language. And guess what? We still haven't done it. And that was 35 years ago I started this. And the reason it doesn't work is because there's so little meaning in natural language. Mm-hmm. It's not that our software is bad. It's that we finally realized that we don't actually mean hell of anything when we say stuff. We can't actually extract topic. So I don't see this whole theming thing being used in ranking anytime soon for the simple reason that we don't even know how to do it as humans.